Just a quick one. I just need to do this video because I think I should like put it out in case we've got one or two people that don't know what to do, or they are confused or need some information regarding this. And it's about if you are in the UK as a non-British parent and you've got children, or one of your children, and you've got a child that is in the UK as well and is already 7 years, and you're like, can this child get is this child qualified to get a stay in the country? You know, either the child was born in the UK, or either this child was brought into the UK at a very, very tender age, in as much as the child has spent 7 years in the UK right now. I think it is time for you to go in, put in an application. I am not, disclaimer, I am not an immigration lawyer. I'm talking based on experience. I'm talking based on the fact that I've been in the country for some time now, and I think I've got this information because I've walked through that path. I've got some people that have walked through that path as well, and I think I can put this out to say that if you have a child that is 7 years already, born in the UK, or not born in the UK, but in as much as a child has spent 7 years in the UK consistently. Yes, when I've gone out, maybe you took the child out for holiday, but in as much as the child has not spent more than 3 months outside the UK at a particular time, right, then the child is qualified to go in. So you can put in the application, put in as well if you haven't gotten your own stay as well. Yes, obviously, if you haven't gotten your stay and you have to wait as well for your child to qualify, then both of you or the whole family members can put in an application to get your stay. You can do that by yourself, or you can use an immigration lawyer. Someone reached out to me and said, oh, Toby, I've got someone that want to put in an application for the child because the child is turning 7 soon. I'm like, okay, I think I can put it out. And the person wanted to like fill in the form herself, do the application processes herself. And she said they were looking for the form, the right form on the government website, and they couldn't get it. So because when I did my own, then I did it myself, to be honest, and I looked for the form and I got it. So I was like, oh, can I still remember? So I went back on I went to the internet, check again, and I saw the form and I forwarded it to her, and good luck to her, you know. So this is just to let you know that if you are qualified, if your child is qualified to put in an application at 7 years, you can do that yourself, or you can get a lawyer if you think your case is complicated, because we've got many reasons why people use a solicitor, immigration lawyer, or lawyers generally for different issues, you know. So yes, you can put in an application, fill out paperwork like that, and you have to pay. But if for whatever reason you can't pay for your application, if you are struggling, your income is not enough for you to, because it's expensive paying for that visa fee, whatever, then you need to go through the fee waiver processes. But before you can go through fee waiver processes, you must be able to like give enough information, submit enough documents to show why you can pay for your application, you know. And the immigration staff is going to look at it. They're going to see if you qualify, and if you really qualify, you're gonna be fee waived. You won't pay a dime, and they're going to process it. But if you are working and that you can sustain yourself, you've got enough savings to put in an application, yes, you can do that and pay pay the fees. Or you can go through a lawyer in case if your case is complicated. To be honest, it depends, so that you won't fall foul, so that you won't be refused, you know. Because if you are refused at the first attempt, you might be given an appeal, and the appeal process takes a lot of processes, going to court. And because of since the pandemic, getting an application sorted out has not been that easy. So you need to go through a lot of processes. Even to get to a date might even be difficult. It might take a while. I've gone through that that journey, not on immigration issue, on some other things, and I know that we really battle a lot, like that. That is it about you having a qualifying child that can go in right now. And yeah, don't let anybody discourage you. And don't get it wrong, if your child is 7 years right now, there's this law that since last year, June 2022, that a child that spent 7 years in the UK or was born in the UK, instead of giving them limited leave to remain, the child is going to get indefinite leave to remain. So I heard. I haven't seen anyone that's been given, but I learned that the law is in place for a 7-year child to be given indefinite, but the parents will not be given indefinite leave. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it wrong. Don't let anybody mislead you. You will still be on a limited leave if you run out of status before and you're trying to like re-regularize your status. You get what I mean? So, but the child will be given indefinite leave to remain, while you have a limited leave, which is like how many months? I think it's 30 months, which is like 2.5 years, like that, to renew. But the good thing is, a qualifying child of 7 years is going to be given indefinite leave, which is good because you will not need to like pay for the child's application again when you are renewing. You've just got yourself to sort out. That is one. Secondly, there's always issues, right? Not issue, application is taking a lot of time to be processed. Unlike before, maybe like within 3-4 months, your visa application result is out and you are sorted. But now it's now taking like a year plus, depending on everybody's cases, right? But on the website, you can, if you want it like a super priority kind of a process, you want to get your result within 1 week, within 2 weeks, you can pay extra amount of like £800 on top of the normal visa application, right? And if you are not going through fee waiver process, you understand, you are paying for application and you don't want to wait for like 9 months, 1 year, maybe because you want to travel and you don't want to be delayed with the response on your visa, or maybe for job purpose you want to change job and it's taking, and it's going to take a while to get it out. So you can pay extra £800 to apply for the super priority application process. Then you're going to get your result within 2 weeks, and that is a much a relief, to be honest, because within 1 week, within 2 weeks, you've gotten your paper, is out already, then you can use it for whatever. But if you think you don't have anything to do urgently, God forbid an emergency that you need to travel, because if you want to travel on an emergency reason and your paper is not out, it might delay you, I don't know. But I think it depends on the reason for the emergency, maybe for bereavement, loss, I don't know. I think your lawyer can like write the immigration, the home office, to say, oh, this person needs to travel for whatever reason, and they're gonna like grant you like a kind of like emergency travel visa in which you can use to go and so yeah, while they are still like working on it. Okay, but if you think for whatever reason you're not in a rush, you don't really need it for something, your job is going well, because if you are working already and your people run out, normally it depends on where you work. There are some agents, if you work in an agency, there are some agents, they won't even ask you, they don't even know, and that is not really good. That is not a good administration or management, whereby someone has submitted, someone is working and the person has limited status on their, or someone has limited leave to remain, or they've got duration on their visa, and you are not checking up to know if it's time for them to like submit a new visa to show that they can work in the country like that. Then if they don't do that, that means, well, I don't know. So some ask some don't ask. But if you work with the NHS or maybe some other standard organization, before that day comes, I think they are even like your reminder. Normally, you are not going to forget that you need to renew. You know the dates already, but they're going to keep like maybe like 3 months to that time. They're going to keep reminding you, oh, your paper is going to end soon. You're going to bring another one. So in that case, when you put in another application, you give them the reference. You say, oh, I've put in my application and this is my reference number. So they're going to get that and they're going to like do their own check on it to see if what you said was true or like that. So they're going to know that, oh, yes, you've got an application with the Home Office, then you can continue working. So in that kind of case, you might not need to pay for the 800, pay the extra amount for super service, you understand, but in case you need it quickly for whatever reason, then you might pay that 800 pounds. 800 pounds is a lot of money though, but at times we pay more than that for some reasons. If we need something and that's the only means we can get it out, we pay that amount. Okay, so you can do that as well to get your papers sorted out quickly. And the essence of this video is to let you know that if you have gotten a child born in the UK, has been in the UK for like 7 years, and you are non-British parent, you haven't gotten your own status, and you are depending on this child to like get your status sorted out, then the child is 7 years or is about to clock 7. This is a time, depending on the time left on that for the month the child is born. Maybe you've got like 3 months, 4, 5, 6, 7 months left for the child to clock that 7. I think this is the right time for you to start putting application, putting your document together, asking questions, going to see an immigration lawyer to help you with the application, or if you think you can do it yourself, because to be honest, you can do it yourself. Because I'm not doing this to discredit immigration lawyers or to that's their job. They are there to put us through. To be honest, at times I still want to, you can even have a lawyer, not for the lawyer to put in the application for you, but to get consultation, to let them know, oh, this is my situation, I want to put in, this is me and this and that. So they can let you know if it's a straightforward application in which, with the information they've given you because of the ad consultation, if you can put in by yourself, or if they should allow you, or if they will need to like step in, to put in the application, to quote some laws like that to back up your application. Because most times lawyers write cover page to like back up the application, to say according to the law, according to section this and this child is this child should be this, the parent are this and this and that, to put it in, right? So it depends, but it is always good at times, from my own perspective. Some people have that confidence, some people have that lever to do things themselves. But if you think, now I'm not confident enough, I'm scared, I want to go through lawyer, then why not? At least for consultation purpose, to hear advice, then the lawyer can help you. But if you think, no, I can do it myself, because the questions in the form are about you. And even if the lawyer want to help you to fill the form, the lawyer is still going to ask you, what is your name? What is this? So the lawyer can't just put it in without your consent, without you filling some signing the form, without you telling the lawyer, oh, this is me, and this, my child is this, my this and this and that. So the lawyer is still going to ask you questions to fill the form. You are giving the lawyer questions about you to fill. I remember a scenario many years ago, and I wanted to fill in a form for my child to get some money. You know what I mean? And someone said, I've got someone that can help you to fill the form, and you're going to pay a particular amount of money. This doesn't have to do with immigration right now. It's about normal information about my child to put in the form to get some money, to claim some money. And I'm like, first of all, I'm not defrauding. This is true. This is information about my child. I think with what I've read, my child qualified for that benefits. And this person said, she's not saying it out. So I'm not saying this to discredit the person, but I'm like, The person said, oh, somebody helps me to fill my own, and I've got somebody that can help you to fill your own. You can just pay some amount. I'm like, pay somebody to fill in an application, to fill in a form for my child. This is not an immigration issue that they need to quote the law. Yes, know that. But a form about what is your name, who are you, how old are you, and I'm like, if I can't feel that for my child, who is gonna? Because you can't know my child better than I do. Hello, I was like, really? I was like, for her to say that? That means this form is going to be so technical, it's going to be so tricky, it's going to be so difficult to fill. I was like, wow. So I downloaded, because you can do the form online or print out the paper form, then post and send in a post. I'm like, okay, I like to do it online because that goes quickly, and I know successfully you've submitted this form. I'm like, let me print out this form, let me try it on my own. If I can't do that, maybe I can like contact her back. It's okay, who is the person that can do it? So I print out the form, and I was like, what is your name? What school does he attend? Who is dad? Who is mom? When was he born? I'm like, tell me about this child. And I was like, is this a kind of form that I need to go and get somebody? I don't even want to know the amount. If this person is going to collect 10 quid, 20 quid, I'm like, no, I can fill this form myself. It's about my child, it's about my family. And I filled the form, and within like 3 weeks, I got a response. So I told the lady, oh, I filled the form, they've answered us, and my child has been approved to get that amount. And it was like, oh, did you? I said, excuse me. She was surprised that I could fill the form. I'm like, I'm not a novice. I am educated, for crying out loud. So why should I give somebody money to fill a form? But we are different. But when it comes to immigration issue, you might decide to use a lawyer like that. But when I did mine, even when we've already run out and we need to like plead to the almighty immigration officer, say, oh, so sorry, we've wronged you guys, we've overstayed, please accept us, all this kind of a thing. I fill the form myself. Hello? And I was like happy, and that gave me a boost and encouragement that I can do all things. To be honest, I'm like, if I can fill this form of a immigration form, as for the first time when I've run out for years and I should have been deported for whatever reason and I wasn't, I scaled through that. Now I have the guts to fill this form myself and submit it. And I was like, Toby, bring it on. There's nothing I cannot do. So I'm like, if you don't have that leave, if you don't have that confidence, if you think you can't do it, then why not get a lawyer? And that was, I said, it depends on your case. But if your case is straightforward, yes, it's true, you've run out, but the law is that you've run out of your status, but you've now got a child, because this child will now be like a saving grace for the family that's going to redeem you guys right now. And this child is now qualified. Hello? And the form is online for you to print out, for you to fill online and submit. Why can't I do that? I know I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say this child was born this particular year when I know it was born this year, because there will always be evidence. Anything you do in this country, you must submit evidence. This child has gotten birth certificate. The child has a red book to show that he's born in the UK. If your child was not born in the UK, you cannot have red book. The red book is a book given to them by the GP from the hospitals to record all their immunization, their hospital appointment, whatever, till the clock 5. So if you say your child is born in this UK, you must have that red book aside and their birth certificate. If your child is not born in the UK, you can't lie, because you have to submit evidences. And they're going to do their own findings as well. So I'm like, in as much as I know I'm not lying, why can't I do this thing? And that is it. So you can go in, put in an application when your child is 7, and get your papers sorted out. Get the child is going to be given an indefinite leave to remain. Then after 1 year, the child is going to process the British passport. You know, that's how it works. And that you will be given a limited leave to remain, you know, and you can now be renewing your paper subsequently like that. So this video is to let you know that, is to prepare your mind that if you've gotten a qualified child, you can put in your application and say when the child is 7, and you all will get your paper sorted out. And that if you can do it yourself, you can do it yourself. But if you can't do it yourself, if you think your case is complicated, you can get an immigration lawyer to do that for you. And if you think you are struggling, you can afford the visa fee, you can use fee waiver. But for you to do fee waiver, you must give your financial statement. They're going to see your bank statement, pay slip, and you must be able to demonstrate how you've been living for them to believe, okay, you can't really afford this money because it's much like that. Then, or if you approach your council, I've said it in my previous video, if you approach your council and they assess your family circumstance and they realize that truly you are really, really struggling, you won't be able to pay the amount, then the council can also support you with some allowance and give you a letter to the Home Office, and which they're going to all know, because they know that for council to write this kind of letter, that means you are being supported by the government, or that they've assessed you and that they cannot be biased and they can't lie, you know, like that. And then you're going to be free from paying that amount, and they're going to get your paper sorted out for you. All right, thank you so much for this video. If this content suits you, if you think you like my nature of content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my page, comment in the comment section. I remain Toby Wilson, and I will see you in my next video. Cheers and bye.